Hi, I'm Michelle Adams and I'm the CEO and founder of Marvel Marketing and Clockwork Content. I help business owners like you create a content plan that wins new clients and helps you scale your business, saving you time and money so you can focus on doing what you love. Let's just recap on what we've covered in my previous videos. In video 1, we talked about how to identify your ideal client and what internal problem that you help solve. In video 2, we talked about how you can help your ideal client solve that problem by being the guide and building trust. Don't play the hero, play the guide. And in this video, I'm going to share with you an exercise that you can do to create 3 months worth of content in less than an hour. This super simple exercise has helped me build a 3-month content plan that speaks to my ideal clients, builds trust and positions me as the guide, and has attracted paying clients for my business every time I implement the strategy and for my clients, and I'm super excited to share it with you. So what we're going to do is map out your client's journey. So what are the steps that you take your client through when they're unhappy? They start from being unhappy and frustrated and sad through to being happy. So let's just use as an example, let's say we're a health and wellness coach. So the 3 steps that we might walk through might be, as an example, they're feeling unhealthy. So underneath the topic of unhealthy, we want to list 5 things. 5 things underneath unhealthy. So an example of number 1 might be lack of sleep. The second one could be they can't focus. And then so on. What's the next step in the journey from being unhealthy? It might be, as an example, awakening. Is this the next step in the journey? It's an awakening of how they're feeling. And then 5 things underneath awakening that you could talk about. And as an example, this could be awareness. Another one could be habits. And then what's the 3rd step to creating a happier version of themselves? Freedom, as an example. And then underneath freedom, we list 5 topics. And so an example of this might be more energy. A couple of others could be something like clarity. They're feeling more clear. And say more positive, so positive energy. And then you continue down. And so when you've done this and you've fleshed out 5 under each of these 3 steps that you work through with your clients, you've now got 15 pieces of content. And then what you can do with that 15 pieces of content is, remember, you're taking them through this journey. So you work through this step by step. So in the first week, as an example, you might talk about the first 2 topics. And then to fill in the gaps between your posts and your content, you want to add in some other things like some motivational quotes or some lifestyle shots of you living the life that you've been able to achieve by following this process. So this will give you 3 months worth of content by fleshing out all of these things that can help your clients. You're giving value and you're being a guide. You're taking them on the journey on what it takes from getting them feeling frustrated, sad and unhappy through to feeling free and happy. So I would love to hear from you in the comments below how you go with this exercise and how it's helped you with your content plan. When I do this with my clients, I love the feeling of relief and the excitement that they have walking away with all of these inspiring ideas. So I'd love to hear from you too. Now I've got one more video that I want to share with you that is really close to my heart. I talk about how to own your purpose, and I can't wait to share it with you. So I'll see you there.